Volcanoes, mountains of fire, they seem so still, so permanent. But beneath the surface, a fiery heart beats. The Earth's veins pulse with molten rock. It's not a question of if a massive volcano will erupt again, it's a question of when. History whispers warnings. Ancient eruptions tell tales of devastation. We've seen the scars. Pompeii, buried in ash, entire civilizations wiped out, and the clock is ticking. Scientists tell us a major eruption is overdue. It could happen tomorrow, it could happen in 100 years, but one thing is certain. We are not ready. We must heed the warnings. We must prepare for the day the sleeping giant wakes. They had won Mount Tambora. The name sends chills down the spines of historians. The Indonesian volcano roared to life, unleashing a fury unlike anything in recorded history. The eruption was colossal. It darkened the skies, casting a long shadow over the world. The immediate impact was devastating. Tens of thousands perished on the island, swallowed by pyroclastic flows and tsunamis. But the worst was yet to come. Tambora's fury had a global reach. The following year, 1816, became known as the year without a summer. The skies remained shrouded in volcanic haze. Temperatures plummeted, crops failed across Europe and North America, famine and disease followed. Tambora serves as a stark reminder. A massive eruption doesn't just impact the immediate vicinity, it can cripple the entire world. Today, the world faces a new threat: climate change. Our planet is warming, the ice caps are melting, and extreme weather events are becoming more frequent. But what happens when this volatile cocktail mixes with a massive volcanic eruption? The answer is far from reassuring. Climate change could amplify the devastating effects of a volcanic eruption. Imagine a world already grappling with rising sea levels and extreme weather. Now add a volcanic winter, crop failures, and widespread famine. The consequences are almost too terrible to contemplate. But contemplate them we must. We cannot afford to ignore the interconnectedness of these threats. The eruption of Mount Tambora was a catastrophe. A similar event in today's world, with the added burden of climate change, could be apocalyptic. The next Tambora is out there waiting, but we are not powerless. We can prepare. We can mitigate the risks. First, we need to listen to the scientists. We need to invest in monitoring systems, early warning systems, and evacuation plans. We need to understand the potential impact zones and act accordingly. Second, we need to strengthen our global food security. We need to diversify our crops, build up our reserves, and be prepared to distribute food aid quickly and efficiently. Finally, we need to address the root cause of climate change. We need to transition to a clean energy economy, reduce our carbon footprint, and build a more sustainable future. Preparing for a massive volcanic eruption is not just about surviving the immediate aftermath, it's about building a more resilient world. A world that can withstand the shocks and stresses of a changing climate. A world that can weather any storm.